We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
You need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
What is going on in the world? Isolation 20 podcast, episode number 62. I am your host, DreRawka, checking in with you on this Tuesday. It's a crispy January Tuesday evening, January 24th to be exact, 4:42. So if any news breaks between now and when this releases, that's why I didn't cover it. I hope you're having the day you deserve. It has been a great day. It has been an awesome day. It has been a wonderful day. All started off with waking up, right? Sometimes we don't realize how just waking up is such a blessing. How just waking up and being able to rub the crust out of your eyes, being able to slide your feet out of those sheets, being able to just put those house slippers on, kiss your family, how much we take that for granted. And I really, like this morning, just weirdly enough, this morning I was like, damn, like I'm blessed, man. I am so blessed. I don't got the best health, right? But I still have both of my legs and I have both my hands and I have, a heavy heart and I have I have knowledge, you know what I mean? And I have a family that's beautiful. I have a family that continues to make me proud. Example, last night I get a phone call from the fam and I was leaving the studio and the family's at the dollar store and my wife was like, hey, Tavian, you're obviously my oldest son. If you've been following the podcast, you know Tavian. Or if you follow me on social media, you know Tavian. He's my oldest son. He's 9 years old, 4th grade, just a solid kid. And yesterday was a great example of that. So my wife says, hey, you know what your son just did? And I was like, oh shit, what happened? She was like, we were checking out at the dollar store and there was a young kid. He was 5. He kept saying, today's my 5th birthday. I just turned 5, right? He was super excited about his birthday. This little kid, 5 years old, happy. I think we all can relate. When we're that young, birthdays matter, right? It's a big thing. So my son, Tavian, he gave him $5 out of his own pocket, like his own hard-earned money that he's earned through doing different things around the house and whatnot. He earned his allowance. He gave that kid $5 from the kindness of his heart. The kid didn't, he didn't have to, but he did. And that's where it's like, you don't really know that you're doing a good job parenting until those moments, right? And that was just another example of like how cool it is to be a parent. How cool it is to have offspring, and maybe not even being a parent, but just being able to guide somebody in this thing called life in a positive way, right? I know there's fathers and mothers out there and aunts and uncles and cousins that do the opposite, right? And I think it comes from just like a place of hurt. Like they were hurting at a young age and they brought that hurt onto their younger offspring, onto the people that are in their life now, you know what I mean? And thank God I had a father that showed me love. I had a father that showed me a lot of things that are just common, just regular good human things, right? Like opening the door for somebody. Asking somebody if they want to drink, if they go to your house. Feeding somebody, making sure that you give your last before you get your first. You know what I mean? And that's what I pride myself on. Like I'm not the smartest dude in the room. I'm obviously not the dumbest either. You know what I mean? But sometimes we put a lot of weight on book smarts and things like that. And I think it's important. I think education's important. But I also think that other education outside of the book is important, right? Just common things like what my son did. Even today I was working and my son comes in, and every day my son comes into into my room or whatever, where I'm at. And he's like, I asked him, I was like, yo, how was school? Oh, it was good. Well, what was good about it, right? What was good about today? And then he tells me about his day. You know what I mean? Oh, the little girl got punched in the face. The little girl was calling the little kid a B word and all this stuff, right? My son goes to a school that's probably not the best, all right? We can't afford private school yet. That's coming, though. Hopefully, within the next few years, we can get into a private school. That would be awesome. YouTube gang, you almost see me drop my cup. He almost caught it. But today, he comes into the room and, he's like, hey, Dad, I got something for you. I was like, I don't want it if it's stupid. He's like, no, Dad, I got something cool. I got something for you. I'm like, all right, what is it? And he pulls out a root beer sucker, like a dum-dum, right? And I'm like, oh, that's all it is? I don't want that. Just playing, right? And he just see his heart, his whole soul got crushed. Like, what, Dad? Are you serious? Really? Like, you're going to do me like that? But no, that's just another thing too. Like when he had the opportunity to get a treat from the little treasure chest, man. You earn points in his class. If you do a good job, you get points. You can buy little gifts and stuff like that, little treats and trinkets. And instead of worrying about himself, instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna get this for myself, he was like, yo, like my dad likes root beer suckers. Let me get this for my dad. You know what I mean? So I woke up today with all that on my heart. You know what I mean? All this like overwhelming feeling of just gratitude. You know what I mean? Like I want so much more out of life for my family, for my friends, for my community, for things around me, that sometimes it gets overwhelming that I'm like, oh man, it's not happening fast enough, or am I making the right moves and the right decisions to put us in position to do certain things, right? And then it was like moments today where I was like, man, like be grateful. You know what I mean? Keep working hard, keep having sleepless nights, but also be grateful. Be grateful for what you got. Be grateful for what you've built. Be grateful for the opportunities that you're getting. Be grateful for the opportunities you're giving. Like all of these things. Just be grateful. And that hit me. That hit me today. And it was great. So it's been a great day. Also, yeah, it was yesterday. I jumped on the scale just randomly. I mean, I try not to just hop on the scale every week, but hopped on the scale, lost another pound. Yeah, your boy lost another pound. Feeling good. Starting to see it more in my face. You know what I mean? Don't look like a chow no more. I'm at least losing some weight off of my face. I'm noticing it. You know what I mean? Usually I don't. Usually I just go through life and I'm like, yeah, the way the scale says something, but I don't see it. I seen it today or yesterday, which is cool. I like it. It feels good when you lose weight, which you can go and get Weight Down Credit Up shirts right now. Available on allrock.com, ALLRAWK.com. I did Fierce Fighter Championship number 23 over the weekend. Man, such a nerve-wracking gig. And I've done it. Numerous times now. Numerous times I've done this gig at the Maverick Center in West Valley City, Utah. Its capacity is, man, like 12. I think it's about 10 to 15,000, right? And obviously it's half of that. So it's close to like 7,000, maybe a little bit more than 7,000 in the arena for this event. And it never gets easy, which is a good thing, right? I think if I didn't get nervous, if I wasn't on edge and stuff like that, I don't think I would be loving it, right? I feel like you get nervous about the things you're passionate about. You get nervous about the things that you love, right? It's like that girl or that dude that gives you the butterflies, right? Or makes you like, oh, it's sweet when they do something sweet, right? It means you still have something there. And it's the same thing with getting nervous for a gig. I still get nervous, which means I still love it, is what I equate it to. So the fights this time was on a Friday. Usually it was on Saturdays. So no work that day. I wiped out my whole calendar so I could be at the fights. Don't have to worry about nothing else except that gig that day, because it's so big, right? Pause. And so I go to air check or sound check. Well, 1:00. Doors open at 5, so we can go air check and do all my my sound check stuff. And shout out to my man Joey, man. My man Joey is the sound engineer over there at the Maverick Center. He does the depot. He does a lot of different things. I think he's even done like USANA and stuff. Which I think I might have him on unrestricted. I think he might come through. I mentioned it to him, so yeah, he has stories. He's a big Raiders fan. He's just a solid dude. So we've worked together. We've worked when I did the Screaming Eagles, which was professional indoor arena football back in, man, what was that, 2016, 2017? I was the DJ, so I've been familiar. That was my first time DJing at the Maverick Center, and so I'm familiar with Joey, right? We have a working relationship and whatnot. So when we started doing the fights together, I was like, yo, my God, let's do this. And so it's comfortable. So this Friday, we go, right, set up, do the sound check, and everything's good. Mind you, I've been having a lot of equipment issues. It's just been closing on me and just giving me a headache. So I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, please, let's get through these 8 hours of fights and go home and be good, right? So we set up the turntables, we get sound check going, and I'm going, and everything's going good. I'm juggling, I'm scratching, I'm doing my thing, right? I'm putting everything into what my Serato can handle software-wise. I'm like, let's go. Sound effects, everything. Throwing the whole thing at it. Because if it's gonna freeze, if it's gonna close out right now, I'd rather do it right now. That way I can try to figure something out, right? Nothing happens. It's beautiful. It sounds great. And Joey's like, all right, Joe, you can wrap it up. I was like, hey, can I get like 10 more minutes? He's like, do your thing. So I go for a little bit longer, whatnot. And then I'm like, all right. And then I hit my echo, faded out. And all of a sudden it was a big hum. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible hum all over the arena. So you can hear it. It's not like you can fake this. You can hear it throughout the whole arena. It's bad. And Joey was like, was that there before? I was like, I didn't hear it before. So then I send Joey on a wild goose chase. He's doing all his sound engineer stuff. He's testing things with certain plugs, and he's running and gunning and doing all this stuff. He's like, oh, I got a bright idea. Maybe it's this. He tries it. It kind of works for a second. Then it doesn't work. He spent like an hour figuring out what this sound was. And it was just cool to see this dude in action, right? Seeing how the sound engineer is very important. The sound man, whenever you go to a movie theater, the movie theater, like a play or something, or if you go to the basketball game, or if you go to any type of performance, the sound, if it sounds really good, props to that sound person, because they probably spent an hour or a few hours mapping out the sound, making sure that it sounded good, testing things, had their hair pulled out because sound wasn't working before. But salute to the sound man, because they deserve all of our respect. Yeah, you're there to see a talent. You're there to have a good time with the show and whatnot. But the people behind the scenes, those are the lost people that we need to show more love and support for, right? It's like the chef, right? You go to the restaurant. Yeah, the person handing you the food and stuff. Oh, you give them the tip and whatnot. But the chef's the one that cooks. The chef's the one that's in there making the ingredients and putting everything together and sweating and stuff in your food. And, you know what I mean? They might cut their finger and put it in your food a little bit. But those are the people that deserve our love, our attention, our appreciation, is the people on that front line, like the sound man. So make sure you tune in to Unrestricted, where I'm going to have Joey from the Maverick Center. It'll be fun. I'm excited about it. But, you know, the fights were great. There was, I think, like 12 finishes out of like 14 fights. So only 2 of them went to decision. It was incredible. It was really, really fun. Fierce Fighting Championship always puts on a great fight. If you are somebody that is new to MMA, or maybe you're somebody that just wants to see what it's about, check out fiercefightingchampionship.com. Right now, our next show is in Idaho Falls next month in February, but we will be coming back to Salt Lake City, most likely, I'm going to say April. I think it is. But always exciting. And the fighters, here's the cool thing about the fighters, is that they will fight to the death, man. They'll go in there, they'll bloodied up and everything like that. And then right after, they'll go in, they'll get cleaned up a little bit, right? Put on their street clothes or whatever, their gym wear. And then they'll go up and they'll take pictures with people, right? It's really cool. My son Tavian, he's one of those guys. He gets pictures with all the fighters. And it's funny because I don't think other than Dominico, I don't think any of the fighters really know who my son, like who my family is. So when I see them taking pictures with my family, I'm like, oh, it's because they're like a good human. And it's not just because, oh, it's the guy that does the DJ or the dude that interviews the fighters. It's not just because of that they're sitting down and they're taking pictures and whatnot. It's because they want to. And I think that's really dope. And our fight community is so ill out here in Utah. If you have a fight community and where you live at, let me know. Tag me in videos. I want to see what other fighters and what other cities are making news, are making moves and shaking things up, because this sport right here, it's an older sport, right? I think about 30 years. I think 93 was like the start, I believe, of the UFC specifically. But it's a fairly young sport. It's a fairly young sport, especially to the public, to like the mainstream, I guess you would say. It's newer. So if you're into it, if you have somebody in your city, if there's a big fight promotion in your city that you absolutely love and they got great content, share it with me. Tag me. I want to see what other fighters are out there are doing things, because who knows? Maybe I could start a little beef. Maybe I can be like Colorado ain't got shit on Salt Lake. Maybe I can be like Portland will always dominate Washington. I don't know. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Shout out to my man Sione, by the way. If you don't know, Club King, Club Kingdom, man. My man Sione. He was on 12 Days of Christmas. He came and he did Foodie Food Friday with me. We talked a little bit. Really solid individual, man. I've known Sione for over 10 years, probably going on 15 years. And he just does really great graphic work. And he made me a whole new rebrand of what DreRawka is, what All Rock is. And I love it. And it looks so good, and it's so me. If you know me, you know I'm an Oregon Duck fan and I'm a Portland Trailblazer fan. Shout out to my Utah Jazz. I love the Utah Jazz. But if it's like a 1A, 1B, Portland Trailblazers are my 1A, Utah Jazz are my 1B, right? Love them both. But he incorporated both my love for the Ducks and my love for the Blazers and my love for hip hop in this logo, in this piece of content that's just super dope. And if you want to see it, go onto my Instagram page at DreRawka, because he did a phenomenal job. One take Jake, no notes or anything. If you're looking for a great graphic designer, if you're looking to do a whole new rebrand, bring the bag and make sure you book my guy, because he does not fail. He's like Steph Curry, man. If he shoots it, man, best believe it's going in. Like, he is that guy. All right. Is that enough promotion, Sione? Is that enough promotion for you? We got merch coming, by the way. So make sure you go and check that out at allrock.com. It'll be a lot of fun. Saturday, we went to a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street, for UFC 283, which was a lot of fun. The fights were great. It was kind of it wasn't a card that I was like super excited about, but it was fun. It was cool. It's fights. It's people punching themselves or punching people in the face. Anything can happen, and it's on the highest level, right? So, I mean, it's kind of you won't lose by watching it. You won't. So if you ever think about skipping it, no, just watch it. It's fights. It was a lot of fun, man. Shout out to my man Host Beefy, and my cousin Billy came by too. That sounded mad like shady. Like he came too. Nah, pause. I love my cousin. I love my kid cousin, but you know what I mean. It's just a little annoying. I mean, it's just like he's like the kid cousin that you don't really want to come around, but you kind of want to keep him underneath your wing just to make sure that he's good. But then he kind of becomes friends with like your homies, and now he kind of just shows up, and it's like, damn, like, come on, I'm working here. Like, okay, yeah, go ahead, get some chicken wings. Yeah, no, dude, just put it on my tab. I got kid cousin, I got him. I mean, he's homeless. You know what I mean? Not to put your business out there, but to put your business out there. Oh, man, it's awful. I apologize for my ignorance. But, man, had a great time at Sue's. Sue's is always a good crowd, man. I love that bar to death. I love the staff. I love the folks that just, the regulars, man. It's always a good time. You know what else is always a good time? What's that noise?
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is Host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
What?
What is that noise? 385-240-4666 is the number for What's That Noise. If you want to get some money in your pocket, if you want to win $50, you got to tell me what this noise is, all right? Take it down right now. 3, 2, 1. Let me know. It is not as easy as you think it is. 385-240-4666 is the number. You can literally shoot me a text at that number, or you can give us a call. Leave your voice notes anytime, any day, anywhere. Be a part of the podcast. Win some money. Tell your friends, tell your family, yo, do you think you know what this noise is? And play it for them. If they can get the right answer, they can win as well. It is not easy. If it was easy, I'd be giving away $50 every week. We can't do that. I'm a broke boy. I ain't got no money, right? Which is why I need you to go buy some merch, all right? 385-240-4666 is the number. My last guest on Unrestricted was my man Manson. Manson couldn't get it. Young Majin couldn't get it. Nobody can get it, right? Nobody. Let's go to some of your guesses here at 385-240-4666. Paper clips. That is incorrect. Shuffling paper from Sarah. That is wrong. Michael. Just crumpling up leaves. I don't know if you looked outside lately, Michael, but there is no leaves. All right, especially here in Utah. I don't even know where you're calling from or where your message is from. Where you're from. By the way, put where you're from. Put where you're calling from, where your text message is coming from. That way we can see what's going on, because we got folks in Germany. Shout out to my nephew, Tyrell, big rugby star out there in Germany. He put people onto the podcast. We got people in Africa listening. I don't know which country. I just seen the continent was lit up on the little thing. It's dope. Like, this is really cool. So if you know what that noise is, I'll play it again here in a second. Let me know. 385-240-4666 is the number for what's that noise. Tell me what it is. Get your guesses in. Good luck. Hey, Alexa, can you show me a new barber?
Don't worry, I got you.
Boogie Down Barbershop in Taylorsville is now open. Anything from gentleman's cuts, taper, fade, or if you want to treat yourself to a nice hot towel shave, Boogie Down Barbershop has you covered. Cuts for men and kids. Book your appointment today at boogiedownbarbershop.com.
The name says it all.
You know my name.
This is Are You Dumb?
Baskin Robbins. Isn't that 31 flavors? Isn't that yeah, it is, right? 31 flavors. I feel like they got more than 31 flavors now. I mean, it's 2023. If they're still serving 31 flavors, what are they doing, right? Obviously, you got the Rocky Road, the Chunky Monkey, the Swirl Sherbet. What else? The Superman, which is kind of like Play-Doh. I remember when, so at Hook and Ladder in Glendale, in my old neighborhood, we used to do this thing called Superman ice cream, right? And all it was Play-Doh ice cream. If you're not familiar with Play-Doh ice cream, it is the best thing ever. I remember when it first came out. Well, maybe not first came out, but when the movie Hook came out with Robin Williams, and when they have the big feast and they have the pies and everything like that, the ice cream, the Play-Doh ice cream looked like what they ate in that movie. So every time when we go to Hook and Ladder, boom, let me get the Superman, please. Let me get the Superman, Miss what was it, Miss Debbie, please? Please, can I have that, please? No, you can't have it, you broke boy. What? No, it's me, Andre from Heartland. Yeah, I got a whole bag of golf balls here. Me and my brother, we just went across the street from the golf course. We picked them up. Now we're gonna go try to sell them. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no ice cream. Well, damn, Debbie. Damn, Debbie. But yes, so Baskin Robbins, they are now gonna have gender reveal cakes. All right. Now, gender reveals, this is mild. This is very mild, because I've seen gender reveals where the homegirl puts the powder up her butt and then they're like, oh, 3, 2, 1, it's a girl. And the powder is all pink, right? You ever see this? It's disgusting. I've seen the whole, oh, we're gonna shoot a basketball. And then when you shoot the basketball, when it drops, it's gonna explode, and it'll be the gender. It'll be the color of the gender. All right. Baseball. Let me throw a baseball. If you hit it, it's gonna explode, and that's the dust. That's what the gender is. Baskin Robbins, the blue or pink cake, frosting inside the cake. First off, they make great ice cream cakes. They make phenomenal ice cream cakes. Probably the best I've ever had. Not saying much because I don't really go to big extravagant places. There's probably other better places. But for Baskin Robbins to be like, yo, we're getting into the baby business. You already see Babies R Us is back. Yeah, you're going to see Babies R Us popping up on the corner of, whatever main street is in your city. You're going to see them. They weren't hot back in the day. They're not going to be hot in 2023. We all use the internet. We all use Amazon, right? I don't think it's a smart move for Babies R Us. But hey, who am I to say? And I also think that there's a lot of content creators out there that are making their own cakes. So why not make your own gender reveal cake? Right? Maybe the gender reveal cake for Baskin Robbins is the express cake. Like, yo, man, we gotta go. Who forgot the cake? Sarah, you were supposed to buy the cake, man. It's a boy. You got the little thing from Miss Clarence. Well, what are you doing? I forgot. What am I gonna do? Baskin Robbins, let's go. I guess that's a scenario that you would use it. I don't know. Baskin Robbins, I know you make delicious cakes. I might just buy one, even though I'm not expecting a baby. Hopefully never again. If you see this future baby, hey, daddy loves you, but we don't want no more kids. We're happy with the 3 we got. But if a 4th comes, again, mommy and daddy, your brother and sisters, or sister will love you. We will. But hey, we don't really want one right now. But I'm not going to lie. I might just stop by and just try it. Do we get to pick though? We have to pick, right? We get to I want the boy one. It tastes the same. I don't care. I want the blue one. Or maybe I'll get a mixture. Can we do a mixture? What if it's twins? Can we do twin? Can we do right blue, left pink, or both? If it's twins, maybe, what if it's quadruplets and it's like, do you gender reveal like 8 different colors? Like, is it like pink, pink, blue, 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 pink, pink, blue? These are the things that I wonder. I know it's weird. It's the way my mind works, and I don't have no ways of changing it. It's just the way it works. Oreo, they just announced that they are releasing the most Oreo-ist Oreo ever. Now, how do you do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Oreo is going to fill their filling with cookies and cream. So it's really just a crushed up Oreo within the Oreo sandwich. Yes, fat shit. Crazy fat shit. The fat boys are back. And they can never be whacked. The fat boys are back. It's Oreos. Best believe I'm going to try it on a Foodie Food Friday. Best believe it. I'm a fan of Oreos. I'm a fan of those traditional cookies. You give me a box of animal cookies, it's going down. Like, I love those, even the circus. Remember the circus cookies where they had the cracker, the little cookie with the little frosting with the little candy dots on it? Flames. Those old nostalgic cookies and crackers and stuff, the best. So a redone Oreo, I'm here for. I'm not mad at it. Would you try it? Let me know. 385-240-4666 is the number. Something that gave me the heebie-jeebies. I don't use the word heebie-jeebies ever. Is heebie-jeebies racist? I don't know. I feel like it's maybe an old time saying that is problematic now. When I seen Doja Cat at Paris Fashion Week, dressed in all red, and she had the little crystal gems all over her. Ooh, that gave me just thinking about it. It makes me creep. Gives me the creepy crawlies. It's nasty. It's like when you see the people with the little palm and they got holes in their hand. Ooh, it's literally giving me the creeps right now. That's what I got when I looked at Doja Cat's pictures. Now, it was cool. She was all red. It looked cool. It looked flamed up. Like she looked like a hot Cheeto, right? It looked really cool. Flaming hot Cheeto Doja Cat. But the bumps, heebie-jeebies. I can't do it. What's her name? The other chick, the little Kardashian chick, Travis Scott's girl. Was it Kylie? Kendall? Kylie? Something with a K? Crystal? It ain't Crystal. It's either Kendall or Kylie. One of the two. She came through with a whole lion head. Now, I hope the lion head was fake, because if you didn't kill that animal. I know you didn't. You weren't on a safari. You weren't out there. You weren't like, don't you open up the front door. Don't you let out the indigo. Popping pills is all we know. Hey, you weren't out there. You weren't outside. I feel like you should only wear animal hide, animal things if you're the one that took that life. If you were the one that went out there, and maybe she did. Maybe Lil Kalila, whatever, Kardashian, maybe she went out there and she was like, yo, where this motherfucker at? I seen the movie Beast. Idris was out here fighting lions. I know I can do it too. Maybe she was on a safari. Maybe she went on a lion hunt. Maybe she did. I don't know. I wasn't there. But 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure I'm right about this one. I'm pretty sure she did not kill that animal. I'm pretty sure somebody, her little fashion person, was like, oh, we're going to Paris Fashion Week. We got to make you look strong. How do we make you look strong? We got to give you a lion head. Not just any lion head. The king of the lion heads. Big old mane. Took up half her shoulder. It looked mad crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's intimidating though. Very intimidating. If I was sitting next to her, like I feel like I would hear the lion. I feel like I would hear it. It's dead, right? But I feel like I would hear it. What do you think when we're gone? Do you think our conscious stays with the body, or do you think our conscious leaves? That would be crazy. That'd be crazy if that lion's conscience was still there and they're like, man, this bitch got me fucking here with the Paris Fashion Week. I should bite this bitch's face off. I wish I was alive. I'd bite your face off. Every time she's talking, he's like, shut up. Hey, yo, shut up, you dumb bitch. Shut the fuck up. Yo, it got red vulgar just now. But I think a lion just died. A lion just... If a lion gets shot, man, the lion ain't gonna be like, woo, sarenya, da, 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 da. They're gonna be like, man, tear the club up. Tear the club up. Right? I know I would if I was a dead lion.
Hey, Dre, would you calm down for a moment and just let me talk? Just at this point, you're just rambling, all right? What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Will Wonder, and I have a podcast called The Will Wonder Pod. I know, super original name, but I promise you'll love it. We talk sports, we talk music, and generally have some really interesting interviews with people that are doing some really cool things. So make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast. Once again, that is the Will Wonder Pod. All right, Dre, go on about your business, whatever the fuck you were talking about.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
A lot of people are telling me about this movie or the series on HBO Max. It's called Last of Us. Now, supposedly this is supposed to be a apocalypse type of show. People are saying it's the greatest thing to hit television, right? We've seen these things before. When Friends was on, it was like, you gotta go watch Friends. When Seinfeld, you gotta watch Seinfeld. You know what I mean? Not The Last Dragon. Who's not Enter the Dragon. What's the one with the dragons? Game of Thrones. That's it. People are like, yo, you gotta watch Game of Thrones, right? This is the new era of that. It's called Last of Us on HBO Max. If you have not watched it yet, maybe check it out. I think I'm gonna start it tonight with the wifey. I'm excited for it because there's a lot of hype behind it. And to be honest with you, like, it doesn't take much to entertain me. Like, it doesn't. Like, I like the movie Beast with Idris Elba. That's how unentertaining I am. You know what I mean? So go check that out. If you watched it, let me know your thoughts on it. Shoot me a text. Give me a call. 385-240-4666 is the number. One movie that I am excited about comes out January 27th. That's this Friday, tomorrow actually. You People is releasing on Netflix. It's with a whole string of cast. Like, everybody's in this movie. Some of it's realistic, some of it is not. All right. Eddie Murphy is in it. Hold on, I'm pulling up the cast right now. So Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, Lauren London. I think this is one of the first times that we've seen Lauren back in, like, on the big screen in a while, even though it's on Netflix. Nia Long is making an appearance. Julia Dreyfus. homegirl from Seinfeld. David Duchovny from X-Files. You know, Mulder and Scully. I think he's Mulder. I think that was the guy. Taco, Sam J, a bunch of people. Andrew Schultz, comedian Andrew Schultz, Dion Cole. So many people in this. It's crazy. Mike Epps, Lala Anthony with Lala's Tatas. Damn, a lot of people in this movie. I'm excited for it. The premise is something that we've already seen before. It's no new story. The white dude finds the black girl, and then the families meet, right? We've seen this before. I think the best rendition of this type of movie so far that I've seen was the one with Bernie Mac and what's his name from Punk'd? Andrew? No. You know who I'm talking about. The Punk guy, Ashton Kutcher, that guy. When he meets the black girl, and she brings him over to the family's house, right? Because the mom and dad are gonna renew the vows and whatnot. And then he pulls up and he gets the bags. He goes up to the door, and the dad, Bernie Mac, thinks that the son was actually the taxi car driver because he was black. It's a long story on why this movie's good. You got to go check that out. I forget what it's called. Just look up Bernie Mac, Ashton Kutcher. Really funny movie. But I'm excited about you people because same premise, but the names on this, killer. 84 Brady. That hits theaters February 30th. A group of 80-year-olds going to see Tom Brady. Does not sound like it's a good one. I'm just going to throw that out there. It sounds very, very corny. But hey, it might not be. It might not be corny. It might be the best thing out this year. We'll have to wait and see. February 3rd, 84 Brady. Which is weird because I think they're going to New England too. So this is very dated, I think. I might be wrong. The 30th anniversary of Groundhog Day. Originally released was February 12th of 93. Groundhog Day. The guy keeps on reliving the same day over and over and over and over until he makes it right? We've seen the premise of this show redone so many times in the last 30 years. It's a big achievement, man. Like, to have an iconic movie with Bill Murray and have it live this long and people play off of it, right? Super dope. But then I started to think about what other movies are turning 30 this year. I got a list. I got a list of 30-year-old movies. Okay? Let's start off at the top. Jurassic Park, the original. Don't play yourself. The original. June 11th. Obviously, 1993. All these are 1993. The Nightmare Before Christmas, a classic. Is it a Halloween movie? Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a horror movie? What kind of movie is this? Classic. Nightmare Before Christmas. October 13th. Dazed and Confused, the original stoner movie. September 24th. That movie is such a classic. When homeboy gets paddled, it's so funny. Such a good movie. That's when we first got introduced to, what's his name? Matthew McConaughey. Isn't he in that? All right. Hocus Pocus, July 16th. Wow, 30 years. You starting to feel old? Starting to feel old yet? That nice tasting Vizzy. Shout out to my man Will Wonder to bring the Vizzies to the studio. Sleepless in Seattle for all of you hopeless romantics. That turns 30 this year. June 25th. The Fugitive. Yeah. August 6th. Remember the movie Tombstone? Turning 30 as well, December 24th. The Classic. If you are a sports fan, if you are a fan of the little guy making it to the top, it doesn't get much better than Rudy. Yep, turning 30. October 13th. Pretty incredible, man. 30 years is crazy. Free Willy. Remember? If you don't know what song I'm singing that Michael Jackson. Hold me like the river Jordan. You will be there. Yeah, that was the soundtrack to Free Willy. 30 years, July 16th. The classic, the one that really solidified my childhood in so many ways. Cool runnings. Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. Come on, y'all. It's bobsled time. October 1st. 30 years old, man. What's Love Got to Do with It? Another biopic. Not documentary. Kind of biopic of Tina Turner's life. We often talk about Selena. We often talk about La Bamba. What's Love Got to Do with It? Incredible. Incredible. If you have not watched that movie, go check it out. All right. That original date was July 9th, by the way. 30 years old. A classic here in Utah and a classic around the world. The Sandlot is turning 30 years old. April 7th. Man, that's crazy. 30 years of The Sandlot. Such a great sports childhood movie, right? Classic. I think I might watch that soon with my son. Mrs. Doubtfire. Rest in peace to the late great Robin Williams. Mrs. Doubtfire, November 22nd. Another classic that, man, Robin just did his thing on that movie. Really good movie. And then, of course, The Addams Family Values. That's the one with the baby. That's the second one. Turns 30 November 19th. So many classics were released in 1993. That was just a portion of them. Maybe I'll do like a 30-year movie watch review, because I haven't watched a lot of these movies in a very long time, right? Probably will skip Sleepless in Seattle. Probably will skip that. That's a skippable. But definitely got to watch Rudy. Definitely got to watch Dazed and Confused, right?
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with DreRawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah, oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the Funk, G-Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G-Daddy Funk,
wow,
on
that's
the
a
Lake
lot
Talk
of people.
801. Who cares?
What'd he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
Karl Malone is a traitor. John Jones is the greatest of all time, but cocaine is a hell of a drug. It's your sports segment.
I miss the NBA playing that song. Such a classic. Guard from the Utah Jazz, Mike Conley, he was invited to play the All-Star Skills Challenge. That's exciting. That's exciting because Mike, obviously, he's a vet in the game, right? We don't know how much more invitations he's going to get to these kind of things. And for him to be on the team that could represent us in the NBA All-Star weekend, I think that's dope. And I think he has a good chance of actually winning, as long as he can stay healthy, as long as he doesn't hurt himself or get hurt before the actual All-Star weekend. Ooh, excuse me. I think he'll do good. NBA All-Star Weekend is in Utah, February 17th through the 19th. And the Taco Bell Skills Challenge, which is the one that Mike Conley was invited to, is on February 18th. It'll be airing at 6 p.m. I don't know what I'm doing that weekend. To be honest with you, it's going to be a big weekend here in Salt Lake City. I might go hit the streets, might take the little recorder out, might get some interviews from people from all over the world that will be here, including our locals. I've gotten asked to do a couple of events. I don't really want to. This is part of my problem, guys. I'm going to confess. I get a lot of opportunities. That sounded mad conceited. I don't get a lot of opportunities. Sometimes I get opportunities to go do things, host events, DJ, but I don't. Yeah, I love it, but I'd rather like do this. I'd like to just talk to people. Give me a microphone, have a camera person, and let me just do some interviews for your event. That's what a lot of these events mess up on. They don't have that aspect. If they have the aspect of, oh, we're talking to the people, we're touching the people, we're getting their feedback, we're getting them, man, they'll take your event to so many further lengths than just having the event. But hey, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. If you live in Utah or if you're going to be in Utah that weekend, let me know. Maybe you got a good idea or maybe you want to jump on board and come do the thing with me. I think it'll be fun. There are some trade rumors with the Utah Jazz. Other than, I mean, there's not really much NBA movement. There was a couple guys that are on the trade rumor watch, but nothing super that didn't catch my attention really. But the trade rumor, the latest one is Malik Beasley possibly going to Brooklyn, Miami, the Cavs, or the Bucks. Now, this is a big deal because he's probably one of the most valued players on the Utah Jazz roster right now. Who do the Jazz pick up? What happens with the Jazz? Do they what kind of trade are we looking at? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I keep thinking about Jordan Clarkson. And Jordan, if you watch this, bro, I love you, my man. I wish you would stay here. And I understand it's a business. I understand that these organizations, it's about numbers, right? It's about numbers. That's all it is. It's not nothing with the heart. I understand that. But as a basketball fan, as somebody that wants to see this city get a championship one day, I would love that championship team to have you in it. I would love that. I think you are a staple on this team right now. I mean, you've been that staple. We've loved you since you've gotten here. I'm speaking for myself, at least. I have. And any player that comes to Utah and maybe leaves, I'm going to keep following, right? So let's say Jordan goes to Texas, whether if it's San Antonio, Dallas, maybe he goes to the Cavs. Who knows where he ends up? Maybe he goes to Miami. I don't know what happens. Maybe he goes to Chicago. Maybe Chicago blows it up. He ends up in Chicago. I'll follow Jordan Clarkson. It will be sad, but I'll follow him. I will. So we'll see what trades happen within the next upcoming weeks. NFL playoffs are in session. Yes. Tom Biggity, I was going to say Tom Biggity Bezos, but obviously that didn't work. Tom Brady's out. Tom Brady is out. And the old man did not do that well. The final conference playoffs or conference championships are the Niners and the Eagles. And then we got the Bengals and the Chiefs. Now, Burrow, and he looked nice, man. He looked nice. But the Chiefs, man, I think the Chiefs are that dominating team out of everybody right now, right? The Niners, they squeaked by. The Cowboys had an opportunity. They squeaked by that win. I don't know what happens, man. Something's telling me Niners, Chiefs in the final. But here's my final prediction. All right, here's my final prediction. I think we're going to have a lot of shocking things in this world or in this playoff that we don't see coming. I think the Niners take out the Eagles. And here's the upset. I think the Bengals take out the Chiefs. I know. What are you drinking, Dre? What's in that cup? It's a Vizzy. I think pomegranate. But that's my guess. My guess is the Super Bowl 2023, Niners, Bengals, stamp it, mark it, throw it a big S for super. That's what's going to happen. The Super Bowl is February 12th, by the way. Rihanna is still scheduled to headline the performance. Did you guys see Beyonce's Dubai performance in front of all the princes and stuff? It's kind of crazy. It was lit. I guess she got a super bag. I think she got like $26 million or something like that. She got a crazy amount of money to go perform. Shout out to her. All right, what else we got? Fierce Championship, number 24. I mentioned it earlier. We'll be in Idaho Falls, Saturday, February 11th. Come on out, Mountain America Center. If you are going to be out there, tap in with your boy. Maybe we can grab some breakfast. You know what I mean? Maybe some dinner. I don't know. I'll have my son, Tavian, with me. Have my wifey with me. So, yeah, let me know if you're going to be there.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch-ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. Isolation 20 podcast number 62, if I'm not correct, or if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 62. I appreciate everybody's time, patience, and all that good stuff with the content that I put out. Supporting the YouTube channel. Shout out to the YouTube gang. I appreciate every single one of you dropping a comment, liking, sharing, putting new people onto the show. That's the biggest thing right now, guys, is if you want to support, if you can't go to allrock.com and get a shirt or get a hoodie, that's fine. If you can't get a sticker pack, that's fine. If you can't make any type of monetary donation to the channel, to the podcast, that's fine. What you can do is just put it on to somebody. Give it to somebody. Share it with somebody. Share it. Say, hey, yo, I really like this dude's show. Even if not every show's gonna be great. I get it. I get that. You know what I mean? But I'm giving you so much content with Unrestricted Tuesdays. Go check that out. Unrestricted Tuesdays. And then Thursdays, Isolation 20 podcast. Right? That's this. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. And all I ask is that you share it with somebody that you think might enjoy it. If you don't think anybody will enjoy it, just throw it on your timeline. That's it. If you got suggestions for the show, or if you want to be involved in the show, maybe you're a graphic designer, maybe you're a videographer, maybe whatever it is, maybe you do merch, whatever it is. If you want to be involved, reach out to me. Let me know. This is the People's Podcast, and I want you to be involved if it makes sense. You know what I mean? We got a lot of cool things working out, man. A lot of cool things. A lot of things that I'm excited about. And we're just going to keep our head down and keep working and keep uplifting our community and people in this community. And yeah, man, just thank you. Thank you. Again, if you want to get merch, there are still some shirts available. New designs are going to be probably out next week. Either next week or the week after. February for sure. Got a new design that I'm working on. And then, of course, Sione's design for the All Rock logo. I'm super excited about that. Thank you again, Sione. The best in the country. The best in the world. Super ill. Go check that out. DreRawka on Instagram. DreRawka. Shout out to all the creators that keep their head down, work, and continue to try to challenge yourself in living in this digital space, man. I appreciate everybody's support. Y'all have the day you deserve. Protect your light. We out. Peace.